bottom line, I got 4.5 minutes. Was Jesus a real person?
No, it's total mythology.
There's no person named Jesus.
Never was. Well,
Never was.
again, let me just say this. You had a person named, what the term Jesus comes from was Yahushua. Well, that was
a real person.
That was the protege of Moses.
Oh, okay.
And it's a book in the book of remembrance, the so-called Old Testament, called the book of Joshua in English. But in Hebrew Israelite, it's Yahushua, because Moses in Numbers chapter 13, he named Oshua, which means my help. He renamed him Yahushua. Yah means he who creates. And so when you put that together with my help, it means he who creates is my help.
Okay, so there was no Jesus that died for our sins and sin into
because
heaven,
nobody can die for
clouds.
anybody else's sins. This is a direct a contradiction to the law.
Okay.
Everybody dies for their own sins. You go into Ezekiel chapter 18. It's real explicit there. It's also in the book of Leviticus, okay, where it says everybody dies for their own sins. Okay?
Let me say something real quick. I mean, because you're a few years older than me, and I wish you could see Yahoo, your thin faces, and because I know a lot of folks who are, you know, like I said, I eat too much, we all eat, drink, and act a fool. We're not following the law. That's why you look healthy. And a lot of folks your age don't look so healthy. A lot of folks are dead. But this brother looking great, and it's because you follow the law.
Totally. As much as it can be followed on this side, and let me just say this.
I'm like 40 pounds away. You're thin, handsome, and amazing.
And let me just say this for another brother who has a show. Comes on Wednesdays at 5 o'clock. He made this statement a few weeks ago about forever doesn't always mean forever. All right? He says that eventually we're going to come together, the tribe of Yehuda and the tribe of Ephraim, and become one in Yah's hand. Well, that's true. He says, and then the curse will end. So forever doesn't always mean forever. But that's not true how he's interpreting that, because forever always means forever in this book. From Genesis through Malachi, it means just that. And when you read about that blessing and that curse, we can only get that curse when we do not obey the law. And that's what happened to our forefathers when they went down in Egypt. The first 17 years, Jacob was alive. They were adherents to the law. The next 13 years, they were adherents to the law in Egypt. We were in Egypt for 430 years, but Yah has said back in Genesis we would be afflicted for only 400 years, okay? And so when after the 30-year mark, they started to go into the idols and the images of Egypt and worshiping them, and that's when the affliction started. And this is also talked about, this is consistent through the book of remembrance from Genesis through Malachi, and you can specifically read about it in Ezekiel chapter 23.
Okay, I got 2 minutes left. The bottom line is Christianity has failed.
Huh?
Christianity has failed black people.
It's gonna fail. It's not only failed us, it's failed anybody, because everybody who adheres to that. See, Christianity was spread. It was put upon the people. That's the prophecy of it. It was put upon. It was forced upon the people. Okay. All these different nations had their idolatrous modes of worship.
Okay, 1 minute left. Well, I hope doing this show, all these, I don't know if it's called Hebrew Israelites. I don't know these people. I see them on TV. And I don't understand the word. I hope y'all will come together, because see, everybody think they right. Everybody's so rude. Everybody think I know more than you. Instead of trying to help, see, I'm trying to bring you on to enlighten the people, to, if you will, illuminate the masses.
Again, the 48th chapter, verse 11, Isaiah. 36th chapter, verse 22, Ezekiel. It's not about me. It's not about them. It's not about any human beings. It's about Yah. He's doing this for His holy name.
We got to get the ego out the way.
That's total.
So they need to bring you on the show. They need to have these debates, and let's let it out.
Sit on down.
And let's talk to the children, because a lot of confusion out here. That's what I'm trying to bring you on there.
We sent this flyer to all of the known Hebrew Israelite groups we know of.
There you go.
They all have received it. And none of them have acknowledged it.
All right. The bottom line, if anybody wants the free one, they can get one.
They can get one.
They contact me, they get one of these.
Right.
Okay.
Because this is an invitation to everybody that's been sent this. Not that you come up under me, but you come up under Yah. And we all serve Yah.
Brother Yahoo, I'm so happy. When you were on the show last year, I got more phone calls than any other show. And I know this show is taped, but this phone is blowing up right now. He'll be back, but you need to contact before he gets back on the show, okay?
Yah bless, audience.